Velocity, money, peace, and blessings. All right, getting into the fourth house, fourth lord situation of Jill Scott. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know who Jill Scott is, she's a singer, songwriter, all of those different types of things. It's funny because the main image memory that I have of Jill Scott is you know what I'm saying, that scene. What's that movie name? It was the Tyler Perry movie or some shit. I forget exactly what it's called. But you know what I'm saying? Like when she was getting on the plane and niggas found out she was too big, you know what I'm saying, to fit in the plane seats or whatnot. And I think niggas wasn't trying to buy an extra seat for her, so they made her like drive to the mountains in the cabin or whatever the fuck they was vacationing at, right? Shit was crazy. But I know that's mad disrespectful. Shout out to Jill Scott, you know what I'm saying, and what she got going on and all that. But that's a whole bunch of bullshit I was just talking about. Getting back to the purpose of the video, um, analyzing the fourth house, fourth lord situation of this young lady, right? So, fourth house is Libra. Fourth lord is Venus, and Venus is placed in its own sign uh, of Taurus in the 11th house, right? And it's accompanied Mars, Saturn, right? So Venus by itself being placed in the 11th house as the fourth lord, this is great. This is definitely going to show, you know what I'm saying, this is definitely going to show an ability to reach fame, as a matter of fact, because you know what I'm saying, the person finds comfort in the high level networking or in getting that 11th house type reputation. You know what I'm saying? The name, the fame, the gangs, the recognition, and you know what I'm saying, the networking and the mass level recognition and different things of that nature, right? And since it's Venus, it can shows that this can be obtained and followed, or you know, this can be brought about through the themes or the avenues of Venus, you know, which is artistry, you know, healing types of things, you know, looking good, modeling, these different areas, singing, writing, music, yada, 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 et cetera, which you feel me, that's pretty much her, you know, that's pretty much her image and, you know, her representation, how she manifests in the world or whatever, right? She sought that always because, you know what I'm saying, that's what she found comfort in as that being her fourth lord, right? But with Mars and Saturn also being present with Venus, this is going to show different additions to the comfort story as well, right? So, they just had a brain fart for whatever reason, but so yeah, getting to the Mars Saturn combination as well, right? Saturn is going to show that, you know, in regards to the fourth lord or the fourth house, which represents home, how you was nurtured, how you was raised, how you was protected. You feel me? How protected you was throughout the life process. Your foundation that you had. You know what I'm saying? Your mother. You feel me? The love that was poured into you. You know what I'm saying? The sensitivity. You know, the emotional nourishment. All of these different things, right? With Saturn being conjunct the fourth lord, it can show that, you know, themes of poverty, hardship, you know what I'm saying, having to struggle, having to do without, you know what I'm saying, dilapidation, which is a very big word. I don't know why I would choose to use that big word in particular, right? But you know, without bullshit, you feel me? Pretty much having to deal with Saturnian themes. You feel me? Like restriction or having to struggle. You know what I'm saying? She might have grew up around older individuals, around older people, more mature community. Might have been held to more mature standards and shit like that. Yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. She might have had some oddities about herself within the youth or whatever, right? So that could be felt in the Saturn being connected to the fourth lord. Now, Saturn and Mars both being present plus affecting the fourth lord, this can definitely show that She definitely witnessed or dealt with themes of abuse, serious abuse, deep level abuse in the childhood, in the upbringing, in the cultivation. You know what I'm saying? Deeply dangerous environments. Violence. Uh, you feel me? Anger, displays of anger. Uh, Mars on the fourth lord. Having to cultivate some type of tough exterior in order to survive or protect itself, yada yada yada, etc., etc. And with these two conjunct Venus as well, especially in the 11th house, this can definitely show to maybe dealing with some sort of addiction or some sort of material dependency, substance, you feel me? Whether it's liquor or, smoking, vaping. And since it's Venus, it can definitely show that she probably had a bit of a sexual issue too, a reproductive issue, or, a sex addiction at some point in her life, you feel me? Since it's these malefics conjunct Venus in this malefic house, like super desirous, extremely lusty, and whatnot, right? But again, Venus is the fourth lord and it's the ruler of the 11th house as well. So it's going to protect the nature of the 11th house overall. Overall, Saturn and Mars being tenants to the 11th house, you feel me? They have their own natural personality and they're going to work in the way that they normally work, and it's going to cause natural reactions, but Venus dominates, rules, and wins this particular house, so they can't get too out of line. You know what I'm saying? They have to abide by the rules, laws, and regulations of Venus. Plus, Venus dominates and wins any planet that is conjunct with anyway, from a Vedic astrological perspective. So, all in all, whatever hardships or, malefic energy that's felt within this particular situation, she will overcome. You feel me? And as the fourth lord, the surplus, the monetary value, the sukha, the pleasure, the high level, beautiful, blissful experience will manifest for surely. Now let's look how it translated to her actual life situation. So I asked, did Jill Scott have a tumultuous childhood? And it's really interesting because it's like a yes but no. You know what I'm saying? It's like she does not describe her childhood as tumultuous. She faced significant financial hardships, right? That's the Saturn. Neighborhood dangers growing up in a tough North Philadelphia ghetto. So you know what I'm saying? She pretty much from the ghetto and whatnot. She consistently maintains that she had a happy childhood and was very much a love child, right? You feel me? That's the Venus winning regardless. Chaotic upbringing, youth was defined by a strong, supportive family dynamic and tight knit community. That's the Venus factor overcoming the hardships of Saturn and Mars. Grew up as an only child. After fleeing an abusive stepfather early in Jill's life, so her stepfather was abusive. So yeah, that's the abuse that she probably dealt with. Her mother and grandmother created a deeply protected bottom home where Jill felt safe and cherished. Her environment was admittedly tough. She noted that many of the teenage boys who looked out for her ensured she walked home safely. The niggas all got clapped. It's crazy. Despite structural challenges, she excelled early on. Learned to talk at 8 months. Smart as hell. So yeah, it is so bottom line, you feel me? Like, okay, the Saturn and the Mars and all that can be seen, or the hardships, the poverty, the abuse, and all these different things. Hold on, let me ask if she ever dealt with addiction? 'Cause I said that too. Has she ever dealt with addiction? So it's just bringing me up links. Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's crazy. That's exactly what. That's crazy. Digmatized is insane. Like this bitch just an open book thought. But yeah. So it brought me links. It ain't bring me a actual generated AI response. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but Jill Scott claims she was digmatized in her past. Right. Right. That is a shocking statement and word. The soul singer who released her #1 album, The Light of the Sun, recently spoke to S2S magazine about her addiction to sex in the past. Where you get caught up in a hole, but it's not going anywhere. Somebody to give you the goods, but not give you the rest. Little, hold on, what? The Jill Scott Heron, she married to a nigga? Scott Heron's fans know that he was battling a serious addiction to cocaine right in front of the camera. Who the fuck is Scott Heron, nigga? Is this that's a different nigga? What the fuck? Bro, come on, cuz. Why y'all giving me different niggas? She defended Chris Brown. That's how you know she was abused. Like after niggas released that Rihanna pic, you feel me? Like niggas couldn't defend that, bro. It's like you had to be heavily psychologically disturbed to defend the Rihanna pic aftermath. Like that's crazy. So yeah, she might really be dealing with like a Stockholm syndrome type of mentality as well. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Which could very much so be present. Like she's saying her childhood wasn't that bad and she was very loved. Like, yeah. I don't know. But nah, reading on. I'm gonna just ask this outright. Did Jill Scott ever do dope? Probably a no, but okay, she like cannabis. Okay. Yeah, the level, it just would have point to like, I don't know, dope is kind of extreme. That's crazy. Like, why would I assume that about you? But the 11th Venus and Mars, it really does point to like a serious focus on satisfaction. So, but yeah, that's all I got for Jill Scott. Velocity Money.